The Ag Leadership Program at Oklahoma State, I like to tell people, is focused on the people who work in agriculture. And so a lot of our coursework focuses on how do you work with other people, how do you lead other people well, and then also how do you influence change. And so a lot of times what I hear from people in agriculture is that we learn the science, we learn the technology, we develop new ways of doing things, but we have a hard time changing people's behaviors or attitudes. And Ag Leadership provides the coursework to understand how to do that.
The Weekses, Drs. Bill and Penny, were sort of the inaugural champions of agricultural leadership and really kind of helped us find our place with the major. And they were very innovative, and they had quite a vision for what they thought it could be. And I'm really proud of what they developed.
There was an opening here in 1989. Rob Terry's father, Bob Terry, hired me. He was the department head then. We had a leadership class, and it was leadership skills for ag organizations. And the idea was, we've got kids who are going to be extension educators, or they're going to be high school vocational agriculture teachers. And if you know anything about FFA and 4-H, leadership is a big part of both those organizations. So the people that are going to be advisors, agents, educators, they need to understand leadership, at least in some capacity. And so that's why there was that one class. We thought maybe we need to develop this a little bit further. We kind of saw this, we want to do something ag leadership. Maybe we need to hire somebody that knows something about leadership, which is why we looked for somebody, Penny, with that expertise.
I came here in December of 2001, so right before the new semester, and I was the first faculty member with 100% appointment in leadership. Even though at the time the leadership major didn't exist. Well, it's really interesting because I'm a brand new PhD, but all of a sudden I'm at a new university. I'm given a couple of courses, starting from scratch as far as what we were doing in those courses, and then, okay, you need to create a lot of new coursework. Sometimes it's a bit overwhelming to look at the end and say, I'm creating a major. It was a lot easier to say, let me create very strong courses for what's currently on the books. Let's get some advocates for this program, which at the time was Bill. And so there was a lot of him and I working together on what type of coursework should we have. And then we eventually hired more faculty and worked towards creating this major.
They saw an opportunity to really emphasize and invest in this profession. To me, they bridged what we do in ag leadership with the broader leadership education field, which I think adds credibility to the work we do.
Over the years, we have really done a really nice job of bringing agricultural leadership to the forefront and making it a prominent major in our department and making it something that students wanted to aspire to.
I chose to major in agricultural leadership mainly because I was looking for a major that would incorporate my interests of agriculture, but more importantly, the people who made up the industry. Throughout my time before coming to OSU, I found that I loved agriculture and I love the science behind it, but more than that, I was impacted by the people and their stories and why they chose to produce food for the world.
So historically, the core values of the program have been authentic leadership, commitment to agriculture, diversity, professionalism, and critical thinking. For us, those core values really guide what we do in ag leadership and explain the why behind our program. Why are we building leaders and what for? And so as we look at our curriculum, the courses we offer, and the content we teach, if we can trace that back to these core values in our program, then we know we're being successful with our students.
What I've loved most about my coursework is that it is incredibly hands-on. The fact that I get to work along with my classmates and really get to understand the way people think and the way people interact in especially a leadership sense. Not only do I love the hands-on aspects of the ag leadership courses, but I also just love how applicable they are in any setting.
I would venture to say the skills our students are getting aren't soft skills. I like to call them power skills. They're the skills that really do set them apart in the workplace. The first one that comes to mind is learning how to work in groups and teams. And so whether that's intentionally learning about team development in theory, but actually the amount of times in our classes that they have to work with individuals and have to learn how to share accountability and provide feedback to each other, they can transfer that into any workplace skill they get into.
I use a lot of the materials and the foundational knowledge that I received in my agriculture leadership program today in the role that I have. Whether it's looking at leadership theories to promote the things that we're doing with our students and making sure that they are being taken care of in a theoretical and application-based approach. Those are things that I directly learn from my courses in agricultural leadership.
Hands down, I think what our faculty enjoy the most are the students. For us, relationships are key and really our first priority. And so getting to know our students, getting to know what they're interested in and what they're passionate about really does matter to us.
I would say our community of ag leadership students is solely based upon the work and investments that our staff and faculty members have put in. All of the ag leadership faculty members that I have had the opportunity to work with and really just even meet have shown such passion and such interest and such involvement with our students. All of the ag leadership students come from incredibly different backgrounds, as most students do here in the Ferguson College of Ag, but more importantly, we're all pursuing an ag leadership degree for a different reason, and I really am inspired by that fact alone. But our community is fostered because of the hard work and investment that our faculty members put into. They care so deeply about making sure coursework is applicable, making sure that it's fun, and making sure that we are investing into ourselves and into our peers.
The classes and the way that they design their teaching efforts really directed me in the route that I wanted to go. Now I'm here in leadership education, which is something that I've always wanted to do but didn't really know what that looked like. I would say that the mentorship and the support that I got from the faculty directly influenced the decision to make me who I am today.
With our alumni, they have such a deep connection to the Weekses. They appreciate the investment that they had in their lives. And so we want to continue that. We want that to always be a part of the culture of our program. We want to continue to innovate in our program, but do so in a way that also pays homage to those who paved the way before us.
2 decades of teaching agricultural leadership here at Oklahoma State University. You know, the 20-year birthday gives us a chance to look backward and reflect and to think about all the changes that have come about in the last 20 years.
It's really kind of interesting to take the look back because we did a lot. Having a course here and there to really serving a group of students who are across the state and beyond, who are Ag Lead graduates. And I feel really good about what we did.
A lot of my colleagues who are ag leadership faculty at other places talk about the fact that we are still an emerging profession. 20 years is not a long time, but the fact that I can say, my PhD focused on ag leadership and leadership education, I think it's people like the Weeks who paved the way for those of us younger, junior faculty to be able to do the work we're doing now.